So yesterday we have covered auto scaling. We have discussed on the how auto scaling, how automatically instances will be launching, how automatically instances will be terminating with the help of auto scaling when there is a load on the servers. Today we are going to learn S3 service. S3 is nothing but simple storage service. Call them as S3. So the name itself tells us it is a storage service. Okay. So whatever the data, it may be any format like PDF, JPG, PNG, XML, any format of data. If you can upload into the S3 bucket. So in S3 service we call the storage entity as bucket. Okay. So in this bucket itself you will upload the files, you will store the files. Okay. So let us see some specifications of S3. S3 is a object oriented service where the next point is like the name of the bucket should be unique globally. Okay, so if you want to create some bucket, so the bucket name should be unique across the globally across the AWS accounts. Okay, so same name should not be repeated across the AWS accounts. Next, object size should not be greater than 5 TB. You can upload unlimited data in S3, but each object, when I say object, you treat it as a file. Okay, object is nothing but it's a file. Okay, so object size should not be greater than 5 TB. So that is what the limitations. How many S3 buckets can be created in AWS account? You can create up to 100 buckets. Okay, you can create up to 100 buckets. In the same way, each and every service in AWS has its limitations. Okay, for example, let's see how many EC2 instances can be created in AWS. You can have 20 instances per region. Okay, this is a limit for the instances. Likewise, you are having for each and every service resources, you have to launch more than 20 more. If you want to launch more than 100 buckets, then you have to raise a ticket with AWS saying we want more buckets, we want to create more buckets. Okay, so in real time scenarios you will get to know in the organization. People uses if the AWS account holders want to use more than 100 buckets, then we need to raise a case with AWS, okay, official AWS team. So how to raise a ticket? How to raise a AWS case? We call them as AWS case. Okay. So in the console, if you select this one, okay, this question mark, you will have support center. Okay, this is the support center. So the type of AWS account, when you are creating, you selected the student account, right? Like it's like practice purpose account, right? Did you notice? Basically, we will have some support plans. Let me show you the support plans. So you'll be having basic, developer, business and enterprise. So AWS account types are these type. Okay, these are four types. In these four types, you will be charged accordingly. Okay, if you select this developer, then you will be charged this much. If you select business, then you will be charged $100 per month. If you use enterprise, you will be charged this much price. So what is the advantage of selecting different types of AWS account? While setting up the AWS account itself, there is a section of selecting these types. Okay, so in generally these basic is used for kind of practicing purpose. Like if anyone is new to AWS, if anyone wants to learn AWS, then they can go with the basic, your current plan. Now we are using this. In the organization, generally uses these three types of AWS accounts. Okay, basically what are the advantages of using these three accounts? So if you are stuck with any issue, okay, if you want some further support from AWS for troubleshooting purpose, then if you are using this, you will be having some advantage. So directly AWS team will be connecting with you and you will be supported by the engineers. See, if you select developer, you'll be having business hours only. If you select business and enterprise, you are having 24 by 7 support from the AWS engineers. You have via mail, chat, phone, you can contact them. So like in this way you are having support. Okay, even you can raise the ticket like this, your support cases. You can just open this one. Okay, here I'll just resign in. So if you want to raise a case, you can just create a case like this. So account and billing purpose, if you want, you can just go click this and you can select for the service. Okay, so like kind of what are the your queries section, and then you can go with the next steps. If you want any technical support, like if you are having any issues while you are working with EC2 or S3 or else whatever the service, VPC, RDS, IAM, if you want any technical support from the AWS, then you can raise ticket from here. Okay, if you want to see looking for service quota increase, what does it mean? Service quota increase, that means, as I have told, service quota, like if you want more than 100 buckets, if the limit has exceeded, then you can raise a case with AWS. So in this way, you can take advantage from the AWS. So where this AWS team comes? So basically, Amazon will hire those engineers. Okay. So what happens in the back end? So this is out of topic. I'm just giving you some quick heads up on this. Okay. Basically, Amazon will be hiring some engineers. Okay, even like normal who is professional, who has knowledge on AWS only. But after hiring them, they will be making them to work on specially on one service. For example, if we raise a case on particular EC2 service, then EC2 expert EC2 expert engineer will be assisting you. Okay, likewise, if you want any assistance with respect to the IAM service, then IAM expert engineer will be allocated to you. Okay, like that, AWS will support you. But when they will support you only when if you select that type of support plan. Okay, so this is support. Fine. With respect to the S3 service, so next. Let me open S3. So all the objects in the S3 are encrypted by default. Okay, all the objects are encrypted by default. Okay, what do you mean by encryption? Like hard coding, kind of encrypting the data. Okay, whatever the human readable format files are there, right? So that we will convert into encrypted format. Okay, so let's open S3, and S3 has different storage classes. Okay, what do you mean by storage class? Whenever you upload some object, it should sit on some specific class. Each class has its own advantage. Let me show you that. So S3 has some different storage class. We will discuss in coming classes. So let's say whenever you want to upload some object, so there is one file. If you want to upload some object, you are having different storage classes. So these storage classes are having its own kind of advantages. So with respect to the cost, with respect to the cost, uh, with respect to the high availability, high durability, latency, retrieval fee. Okay, it's retrieval. Okay, so it depends upon these factors. You can store the object in different storage classes according to your requirement. So as of now, you just treat normal S3 bucket. Let's upload some files into the S3 bucket. Let's see how it goes practically. Okay, so this is basic theoretical part. So in this we'll be having some different different properties like bucket versioning, static website hosting. Okay, event bridge integration. So there are some properties. Let's see them practically. Okay, so when you open the AWS console, you can type S3 and it will take to this particular dashboard, S3 dashboard. By default, whenever you are opening this particular S3 dashboard, you will be routed to global. Okay, it's a global, but you will be launching the bucket with respect to this region only. Okay, region and availability zone. Okay, so what is region? So AWS has divided their data centers in different regions. Okay, each region has its own availability zone. I hope you have covered this one, right? Availability zone concept, region and availability zone, global infrastructure.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So whenever you are uploading the object, it will be stored in 3 availability zones అండి. Okay, so ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అప్లోడ్ చేయగానే దీంట్లో ఉంటుంది, దీంట్లో ఉంటుంది, దీంట్లో ఉంటుంది. అంటే S3 అనేది మనకి ఎలా హై అవైలబిలిటీ అనేది అంటే డేటా అనేది లాస్ కాకుండా మనకి అడ్వాంటేజ్ అనేది ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో let's come here. If you see here, this is buckets. Just if you want to create a bucket, just go here, create a bucket. First entity is like you need to select the region, in which region you want your bucket to be launched, and bucket name must be unique within the global namespace. That means we are having lakhs of AWS account, right? Over the globe, many people are using the AWS account. Each in each account, the S3 bucket name should be unique. Let's say if I do test bucket, just come down and try to create. It will tell us already bucket with the same name exists. That means you should give some unique name. Okay, so let me give like this, give this name, random name, and so if you want to copy settings from the existing, you can just choose that bucket. This is optional. And object ownership. Okay, like this is specifically for access controlling list, so it controls the ownership of the objects. Okay, what are the objects you are uploading into this bucket, you can manage your all the access controlship. I'll tell you what this exactly when we are doing static website hosting. Okay, so if you want to disable, you can disable. If you want to enable this, enable. So when you disable this, all the objects in the bucket are owned by this account. Access to this bucket and its object is specified using only policies. Like if you enable, other AWS account people can access your bucket. It is something like that. Okay, so you can go with recommended as of now. If you see here, bucket public access settings, that means S3 bucket, basically it will be two options will be there. One is public, one is private. Okay, if you keep the bucket in private, nobody can access your S3 bucket. Okay, if you keep public, anyone in the world can access your S3 bucket. Okay, in this way the mechanism will be, where if you see block all public access, if you uncheck this bucket will be public. Like block all public access, I am telling it enable, then it will block all the public access. In this way you can manage by clicking this public and private. Okay, as of now I'm launching it as a private only, I'm not giving public access. So we will learn what is bucket versioning. This is the encryption, we will discuss on this. Come down and just create the bucket as of now. Okay, what happened? Yeah, successfully created bucket. I hope there is no other bucket with this name. Let's go to the details. See, your bucket has been created. Why this is there? I'll just take this one. I'll take bucket. Okay, fine. So our bucket test bucket has been created here. Let's go. See, this is created in Mumbai region, and bucket and objects are not public. That means the bucket is private. Okay, no one can access this S3 bucket. Let me open the bucket. So basically, when you open an S3 bucket, you are having some entities like objects, properties, okay, permissions, metrics, management. Okay, so these are the some of the entities. Look, let us look into one by one. Okay, I'll go deeply and I'll explain how each thing will be working. Okay, so here objects. Okay, you can upload the objects over here. So if you want to upload some object, you can just click upload. So you are having two, like if you want to upload file, you can upload files. If you want to upload a folder, you can select folder. As of now, I'm selecting add files. Yeah, I'm just selecting this one, upload. I'm just uploading a text file. So it is uploaded successfully. Okay, you can close this. The file was uploaded. Okay, this is a file, and if you see here, type is txt. So whatever the object, whatever the file format is there, you can see over the type section. This is the size of the file. It's 2 KB, and storage class, you see, it is standard. Okay, I'll discuss what are the different types of storage classes in the coming, okay, upcoming class. By default, just keep in mind, like whenever you upload the file, it will by defaultly upload into standard storage class. Okay, okay, fine. Now I uploaded file. That is very easy. And if you want to create a folder, just you can create a folder as well. Okay, let me give this as a Linux folder, and just you can create like this. So how can you differentiate the folder? You can see here folder type of, okay, object. It is slash. If it is slash, then it is a folder. Inside folder, you can upload multiple files as well. Okay, so if you want to download any file, you can just click this and download. If you click download, it will download it. Next, if you want to delete, you can delete here. Actions, uh, like total, size, copy, move, some of the options. Okay, now have you gone through AWS CLI installation?
No.
AWS CLI installation topic I have covered. Uh, no, I will tell you. So basically, we can log in into the AWS account with the GUI and CLI, right? GUI means graphical user interface, where this is graphical interface where we are able to see, right? CLI, command line interface, where we'll configure our access key, secret access key, right? I think you should have seen in IAM topic itself.
I have not seen the IAM video, like I have only seen the global infrastructure.
Okay, okay, please cover that IAM.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now, so this is the objects uploading, downloading. Okay, this is how you will upload. Fine. Okay. Now next properties. In properties section, if you see, there is an ARN. This is the ARN for the S3 bucket. So as you know, each AWS account has its own unique ARN. Okay, and this is the region. Next comes the bucket versioning. Okay, this is very much important. You will be in interview, they will be asking what is bucket versioning. Let me show you. Okay, fine. So let us discuss what is bucket versioning. Versioning is means of keeping multiple variants of object in the same bucket. Okay, when I say multiple variants means, for example, I am opening some notepad. Okay, I'll create some file like hi. Okay, and I'll just save this. So this file, I'll save this file with the name test example. Now this is the file I'm having with high content. So this is what, this is one of the variant, like this is kind of version. Next, I'll just upload it. Before uploading, let me remove this one to avoid confusion. So I am uploading the file which we have created. Add file. In downloads, what is our file? Example. Now this example file, I am just uploading. It is having content high. I have uploaded. Okay. So if you want to enable bucket versioning, what happens? Let's see. What is the advantage of using this bucket versioning? I'll edit this one and come here, enable. Okay, I'm enabling the bucket versioning. I have enabled. See here, it is enabled bucket versioning. What happens if we enable bucket versioning? What is the advantage of enabling the bucket? Previously there is no this option. There is no option, right? They're like show versions. Now we got show versions. Okay, I'll enable this. If I enable, I am not able to say anything. I'm just this is my file and this is the version. So when you enable bucket versioning, you will be having some version ID. Okay, so this is the version, null version. That means this is the original version. Okay, so what we will do, on top of this same name, I will just same file, I'll make some changes and upload. Same file I'm opening. I'll add some content like hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. I'm just saving it. Okay, I'll save it. Now I'll again upload this file. నేను మళ్ళీ ఫైల్ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను. Let's see example folder file and upload. See, as of now it is there is only one file with example.txt. If I do show versions, see here, previously it was only one, now currently it is showing two. What does it means? This is the original file where you uploaded with I, right? So what you are thinking, if I download this file, what is the content in this? This particular file has hi good morning. Okay, this is a version, current version with the version ID. So you will be having, for each object, when you enable versioning, you will be having some version. Okay, so now again on top of it, if I say hi good morning, this is AWS class, I'll again save it, upload the same file. Okay, not a different, same file I'm uploading. What I'm doing, I'm just changing the content with a different variant. I'm maintaining some different versions basically. So this is when you do not enable this, you will be shown this one. Okay, but when you enable this, what happens? You will be shown multiple versions. What do you think if I download this one? I'll be getting which content? I'll be getting current version. Current version in the sense I'll be able to see this one. Okay, hi good morning, this is AWS guys. If I download this one, this previous one, okay, last one, first one, let us see, I'll just download it. So this is the file. I'll go to, this is the file. See, in this file you are able to see only hi. That means this is the starting version of the object. If you download this, this will be having hi good morning. Like that, if you enable the bucket versioning, you will be storing, S3 will store different versions of your file. In real time, I have just given some example. In real time, what happens, people will be storing the actual code. Okay, so if developer one has made some changes on day one, okay, until here he uploads, then developer 2 he is having some, he wanted to write some different application. If some, this is having 15 lines, he uploaded, and another 20 lines if some developer 2 is working, then he will upload that. So in this way, different versions on different dates, you can just go through them and download them. Okay, so this is with S3 bucket versioning. Any doubts in this bucket version?
No.
No. Thank you. So in the properties, so that is related bucket versioning. So you can give some tags to your S3 bucket as your wish. Okay, next, default encryption. Basically, AWS will be having Amazon server side encryption with Amazon S3 managed keys. Okay, so what do you mean by this statement? Server side encryption is automatically applied to the new object stored in the S3 bucket. So whenever you are uploading some object into the S3 bucket, so uh, there might some chance, if someone want to access your S3 bucket, and if they wanted to download something, when you encrypt the this particular option, your files will be in safe side. Okay, safe side. So for that purpose, S3 service itself providing the Amazon managed S3 keys, okay, encryption keys. There are two types of keys: Amazon S3 managed keys and KMS encryption, KMS, key management service. Okay, if you type KMS here, key management service. So this is like custom creation. Okay, not AWS providing to us. We can create our own customer own keys. Okay, we can custom, we can create our own keys. If you go here, AWS manage and customer manage. Okay, if you click this, you can just create your own KMS keys. Okay, so like that, there is an option to create that. If you edit this one, default encryption, you can select this one, and if once your KMS key is created, you can select that, or else you can go with the encryption side AWS provided. So yeah, it is fine. So when we discuss about storage classes, you will be aware of this intelligent tiering option, intelligent tiering archive configuration, and we'll discuss on server access, access logs, event notification, event Amazon event bridge, static website hosting. So here in permission section, you can manage your, you can see the buckets and objects are not public, and here also after creating the bucket also you can manage the private and public. After creating bucket, if you want to keep your bucket public, then you can come here and just edit this one and uncheck this one. Okay, if you uncheck this one and save it, then it will ask for the confirmation. Just click this confirm. So now your buckets, it is in public. Okay, let me refresh this page. See here, you can see the objects can be public. In that way you can keep your bucket. So next, I hope you have covered this billing. Just tell this. So AWS, you can track all the services billing. For each service you can just track the billing of service. Okay, if you open this billing and cost management, in this section you can see what is the cost for your AWS account, total number of active services. Okay, so how many regions are there, and what is the pricing for your each service. Okay, cost by service. See, for elastic cloud compute, VPC have been posted. You can see here these are the costs. You can go to the, or else you can go to the billing section in the bills. So for each service AWS will be costing you, right? So you can see this, you can come down. I have been charged this much, 0.12 USD. You can segregate and check for the each service as well. For VPC in Mumbai region, what is the cost? So I have used public IP. So previously they were not charging for the IPs. Now they are charging for the IPs as well. So this is the time period I have used, and they have costed me this much. And similar way we are having EC2 and then Amazon. So it will show the region specific. If you launch the EC2 instance in different regions like Mumbai and North Virginia, California, then you will be displayed the region as well, and you can check accordingly, and you can optimize your AWS account. You can just do cost optimization. So for EBS, I've been charged with this much. So for the Linux instance, on demand instance. If you want to download the bills, you can just download. You can filter, this filter section. As of now, if I'm charged for this amount, I need not to pay. But instead, what AWS will do, if this has increased to too much, then AWS will simply suspend our account. Then we can create our own account. Okay, so we need not to pay any uh, amount to them. But instead, we can create new account. You can filter with the billing period and you will download. So Post Explorer, you can filter you all the here also you can just check the current usage utilizations. So if you keep your pointer here, you will be getting to know what are the charges for each service. You can also filter with this service as well. If you want to search for the CloudWatch EC2 S3 RDS, you can just select this one, and regions. You are having some customization option over here, and you can search, check for that. I'm just planning to tell tomorrow this static website hosting. Okay, so as of now, this will be fine. So we'll continue the class tomorrow. Any doubts?
No.